medicines are just one way to lower blood pressure. Discover additional options like exercise, potassium, dark chocolate, improve your sleep, and garlic. Also find out what substances to cut back on, such as sugar and alcohol. High blood pressure, hypertension, is called the silent killer, for good reason. It often has no symptoms but poses a high risk of heart disease and stroke. These diseases are among the leading causes of death in the United States. Almost half of adults in the United States have high blood pressure. Blood pressure depends on the amount of blood your heart pumps and how resistant the blood flow is in your arteries. The narrower the arteries, the higher the blood pressure. Blood pressure less than 120/80 mmHg is considered normal. A blood pressure of 130/80 mmHg or greater is considered high. The good news about high blood pressure is that you can make changes to dramatically lower your numbers and reduce your risk, without the need for drugs. Here are 11 effective ways to lower your blood pressure levels. 1. Lose excess weight and watch your waistline. Blood pressure often increases with weight gain. Being overweight can also lead to disturbed breathing during sleep apnea, which increases blood pressure. Weight loss is one of the most effective lifestyle changes for controlling blood pressure. If you are overweight or obese, losing even a small amount of weight can help lower your blood pressure. In general, blood pressure may decrease by about 1 millimeter of mercury with each kilogram, about 2.2 pounds of weight lost. Also, the size of the waist circumference is important. Carrying a lot of weight around your waist can increase your risk of developing high blood pressure. Generally, men are at risk if their waist measurement is greater than 40 inches, 102 centimeters. Women are at risk if their waist measurement is greater than 35 inches, 89 centimeters. These numbers vary between ethnic groups. Ask your healthcare provider what a healthy waist measurement is for you. 2. Exercise regularly. Regular physical activity can lower high blood pressure by about 5 to 8 millimeters of mercury. It is important to continue exercising to keep your blood pressure from rising again. As a general goal, aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate physical activity each day. For those with high blood pressure, regular physical activity can lower blood pressure to safer levels. Some examples of aerobic exercise that can help lower blood pressure include walking, jogging, cycling, swimming, or dancing. Another possibility is high-intensity interval training. This type of training involves alternating short bursts of intense activity with periods of lighter activity. Strength training can also help reduce blood pressure. Aim to include strength training at least 2 days a week. Talk to your healthcare provider about developing an exercise program. 3. Eat a healthy diet. A diet rich in whole grains, fruits, vegetables, low-fat dairy products, and low in saturated fat and cholesterol can reduce high blood pressure by up to 11 millimeters of mercury. Potassium in the diet can reduce the effects of salt, sodium, on blood pressure. The best sources of potassium are foods, such as fruits and vegetables, not supplements. Aim for 3,500 to 5,000 milligrams daily, as this can lower blood pressure by 4 to 5 millimeters of mercury. Ask your healthcare provider how much potassium you should be taking. 4. Reduce salt, sodium, in your diet. Even a small reduction of sodium in the diet can improve heart health and reduce high blood pressure by about 5 to 6 millimeters of mercury. The effect of sodium intake on blood pressure varies between groups of people. In general, limit sodium to 2,300 milligrams mg per day or less. However, a lower sodium intake 1,500 milligrams per day or less is ideal for most adults. To reduce sodium in the diet, read food labels. Look for low-sodium foods and drinks. Reduce your intake of processed foods. Only a small amount of sodium is found naturally in foods. Most of the sodium is added during processing. Do not add salt. Use herbs or spices to add flavor to food. Cook. Cooking allows you to control the amount of sodium in food. 5. Limit alcohol. Limiting alcohol intake to less than 1 drink per day for women or 2 drinks per day for men can help lower blood pressure by about 4 millimeters of mercury. But drinking a lot of alcohol can raise your blood pressure by several points. It can also reduce the effectiveness of blood pressure medications. 6. Get a good night's sleep. Poor sleep quality. Getting less than 6 hours of sleep each night for several weeks can contribute to high blood pressure. A number of problems can disrupt sleep, including sleep apnea, restless leg syndrome, and general restlessness, insomnia. Let your healthcare provider know if you often have trouble sleeping. Finding and treating the cause can help improve sleep. However, if you don't have sleep apnea or restless leg syndrome, follow these simple tips to get a more restful sleep. Stick to a sleep schedule. Go to bed and get up at the same time each day. Try to keep the same schedule on weeknights and weekends. Create a comfortable space. This means keeping the sleeping area cool, quiet, and dark. Do something relaxing an hour before bedtime. This may include taking a warm bath or doing relaxation exercises. Avoid bright light, for example from a TV or computer screen. Pay attention to what you eat and drink. Don't go to bed hungry or stuffed. Avoid large meals near bedtime. Limit or avoid nicotine, caffeine, and alcohol around bedtime. Limit naps. For those who find daytime napping beneficial, limiting naps to 30 minutes earlier in the day may help them sleep at night. 7. Reduce stress. Long-term, chronic, emotional stress may contribute to high blood pressure. More research is needed on the effects of stress reduction techniques to see if they can lower blood pressure. However, it can't hurt to identify the causes of stress, such as work, family, finances, or illness, and find ways to reduce stress. Try to do the following. Avoid trying to do too much. Plan your day and focus on your priorities. Learn to say no. Allow enough time to get what needs to be done. Focus on issues you can control and make plans to solve them. If there is a problem at work, talk to a supervisor. To conflict with children or spouse, look for ways to resolve it. Avoid stressors. For example, if rush hour traffic is causing you stress, travel at a different time or use public transportation. Avoid people who cause stress if possible. Make time to relax. Take time each day to sit quietly and breathe deeply. Make time for enjoyable activities or hobbies, such as walking, cooking, or volunteering. Practice gratitude. Expressing gratitude to others can help reduce stress. 8. Stop smoking. It may be hard to do, but it's worth it. Quitting smoking is good for your overall health. Smoking causes an immediate but temporary rise in blood pressure and an increase in heart rate. In the long term, the chemicals in tobacco can increase blood pressure by damaging the walls of blood vessels, causing inflammation and narrowing of the arteries. Atherosclerosis leads to high blood pressure. The chemicals in tobacco can affect your blood vessels even if you are around secondhand smoke. 9. Eat healthy foods rich in protein. A long-running study in 2014 concluded that people who ate more protein had a lower risk of developing high blood pressure. For those who ate an average of 100 grams of protein per day, there was a 40% lower risk of developing high blood pressure than those on a low-protein diet. Those who added regular fiber to their diets saw their risk reduced by up to 60%. However, a high-protein diet may not be suitable for everyone. People with kidney disease may need to use caution. It is best to talk to your doctor. It's very easy to eat 100 g of protein per day on most types of diet. Protein-rich foods include fish such as salmon or tuna, canned in water, egg, poultry such as chicken breast, meat, beans and legumes such as beans and lentils, nuts or nut butters such as peanut butter, hummus, cheese like cheddar. 10. Monitor your blood pressure at home and have regular checkups. Home monitoring can help you monitor your blood pressure. He or she can make sure your medications and lifestyle changes are working well. Home blood pressure monitors are widely available and over the counter. Talk to your healthcare provider about home monitoring before starting. Regular visits with a caregiver are also key to controlling your blood pressure. If your blood pressure is well controlled, ask your provider how often you need to have it checked. You may only be able to check it once a day or less. 11. Get support. Supportive family and friends are important to good health. They may encourage you to take care of yourself, direct you to a provider's office, or start an exercise program with you to keep your blood pressure down. If you find that you need support beyond your family and friends, consider joining a support group. This can put you in touch with people who can give you an emotional boost and who can offer practical advice for dealing with your condition. If you like the content, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video. And share this video with your friends and family or anyone who will benefit from this video.